Alleged target of drone strike that killed American teenager is alive, according to the State Department. So this is written by Jeremy Scahill. I've read Jeremy Scahill's work in the past. He has a really good documentary out. I think it's called Dirty Wars, where he goes over the United States shadow programs, particularly the kill list, where he asks the poignant question: why is the kill list getting longer? Like when Obama is sitting there, he's deciding who to knock off. Why does that list keep getting longer? And they realized the list kept getting longer because they were killing innocent people. And when you kill innocent people, it pisses everybody else off who's around them, including the family members, the friends. And look, even if you're not a family member, I would imagine you feel some kind of way about seeing people in your country getting essentially murdered by flying killer robots. So I'm going to paraphrase this case. In this particular case, the State Department did a drone strike on Awalaki. They killed him. 2 weeks later, they did a drone strike that killed his son, his 16-year-old son. That 16-year-old kid, for the most part, was not a terrorist, wasn't affiliated or closely connected with his father, and was at home with some other friends and kids when all of them got murdered. The State Department essentially said that they were trying to get another terrorist, this particular guy who they found out was still alive, and that the kid was not a kid, he was in his 20s, and that kid was talking to a terrorist or was an Al-Qaeda affiliate. He was none of those things. He was a kid. I don't know the truth of the story in that regard. Like, I don't know what the goal of knocking those guys down. I would hope that they weren't so craven as to go after the guy's son after killing him. And, to be fair to us, you also have to ask the question, well, wait a minute, they were American citizens. Where did the president get the authority to just murder American citizens like that? I mean, let alone the authority to go into other countries and kill their people. So in this case, this was in Yemen. And Yemen did allow the airstrikes. They essentially, reportedly, maybe even called them in. We are hitting a hornet's nest. And each of these countries that we have shadow wars in, I did a story the other day, I think it was like 60% of African countries who have troops in. We're killing those people. And it's not creating a situation where we're killing them and all of a sudden the list is getting smaller. We're killing them and it is getting worse. Look at the countries in the Middle East. They're being set on fire one after the other. If you think this strategy is working, you are sorely mistaken. And in this case, they killed a kid. An American kid. Who was apparently at home having lunch or having dinner with his other relatives. The grandfather reports that they went out when they came across the bodies, the grandfather, and they couldn't find him. They saw the back of his head, but they didn't necessarily see anything that was recognizable. And they put him essentially in a mass grave. He said we couldn't separate the different people because we didn't know how to separate them. Their bodies were just in bits. And immediately after that, they hear him, oh, he's a 21-year-old, he's a terrorist, he's an Al-Qaeda affiliate. So, yeah, that sucks. I mean, I don't like what we're doing over there, and I don't think it's helping at all. And I think it makes our case harder. I mean, because keep in mind, if you're killing civilians, that's terrorism. I mean, by the United States' own definition, it's terrorism. So, all right.